there. Welcome to my channel, Maze's Life, where I'm terrible at managing money but trying to get better. So today's video, I thought that I would have you come spend Christmas with me. So Christmas Day, I spend it alone by myself most often. But Christmas Eve, I'm with friends, as you can see here. And so starting at midnight, or just until midnight, we're playing games. And we're drinking, we're eating good food. It's just really good company. And you can see there, my friend's husband, he's taking Pepto-Bismol because we have been taking shots all night of various drinks. But this is my Christmas Eve with my friends. And this goes until about 2 a.m. because after we're done, then the kids come from downstairs and then we open gifts. I'm not going to show any of the video from the kids opening gifts, but here's all the food that we have. It was so good. This to me isn't Christmas food, which is pozole and tamales, but it was still really good. And I had several helpings of it. Hi, hello there. It is Christmas afternoon. It's 12:25 in the afternoon. I'm just now getting out of bed. And I was thinking about some Christmas traditions and trying to remember what I did growing up. Yes, we opened presents, but Christmas morning I would walk right past the presents. I was never really a present kind of person. So I'm trying to think of what else did we do? And I remember that we would almost a lot of the time we would have seafood gumbo. My mom would make it in the lunch, and then we would eat that for the next several days. And then as an adult, so I live at home, I don't live at home. I live by myself at my house. And I have only gone home maybe 3-4 times for Christmas as being an adult. And I remember that I would typically make myself surf and turf for Christmas. Either surf and turf or it's ham. And I don't have either one of those. So I figured I would go to the grocery store on Christmas to try and get either one of those things. I only have about $12 left in the budget for groceries. No, I have $12 left in the budget for gas. But I can just not go anywhere other than this and church on Sunday. And I get paid on Monday. So that should hold me over. Because I have a quarter tank left in my car. So I have $12 left in my gas fund. And I think I have $18 and some odd cents left overall. So I'm thinking about doing that. First, I want to clean my house. I'm thinking just pick it up for now and then start a load of dishes because my stove is a hot mess. I made tacos on Wednesday, and the grease splatter is everywhere. And that was 2 days ago. Disgusting. So yeah, I'm thinking I'm gonna pick up, start a load of the dishes, head to the grocery store, either buy a steak because I have potatoes, I have Brussels sprouts, which are my favorite vegetable, I have some frozen shrimp, or I'm gonna buy a honey cut spiral ham, and that will last me several days. But I only have $12. Okay, well, let me start picking up around this house, and then when I head to the grocery store, we will find out together what I get. All right, here I am just picking up around the house. I am doing this very lazily because even though it is noon, I did not get home until 2 a.m. And then after I got unready and whatnot, I went to bed around 3. Those 2 drinks, I won those in different games that we played. We played several different games. If you saw that table, I know I didn't point it out, but there were several, maybe a dozen games to play to win for prizes. And the adults won alcohol. So here I'm just cleaning. I am in HR, as I said before, but I'm in HR over accounting, and the accountants only do accounting work. So anything that is not directly related to accounting, I have to do. So I'm HR, but I'm also special projects. And currently, right now, they are moving locations. And so anything that the accountants did not want, they just left behind. And so I was in charge of cleaning it up, discarding it, whether it needed to be like professionally, confidentially shredded or professionally removed. We have certain government acronyms that you all probably aren't aware of, like PSRing and whatnot. But I had to do all that. So for the past month, I have been cleaning for work nonstop. And so then I also would bring home like extra things that the accountants did not want. So my kitchen has just become a mess because I haven't cleaned at home. But it also has been a catch-all for all of the different things that I bring home from work that the accountants did not want. Alright, so that was my kitchen. I did not finish cleaning it there. I finished cleaning it once I got back from the grocery store. But I just wanted to move on to my living room, at least touch every single room downstairs. And so here my living room is kind of a mess because, one, I was wrapping presents. And so I was wrapping presents on the dining room table. But then I was also wrapping presents on the floor. So I had to move around my furniture in order to do so. And then it's also a mess because, like I said, I would bring home stuff from work. And so like that box on the chair, that is just a box of things that the accountants did not want. And then all of those jackets and random assortments as well. If you did not watch one of my previous videos, my car was broken into. It's broken into because I do not live in the best neighborhood. I'm not going to say which neighborhood I live in, but I do not live in a good neighborhood, and I have a Hyundai. So in the 3 years that I have lived here, my car has been broken into 6 times that I know of. And so I had to completely remove the jackets that I had in that car, or in my car, so that way I could vacuum it out and clean up all the glass, the broken glass. If you're wondering why I kept jackets in my car, they never are breaking into my car to steal what's inside my car. I have had them just break the glass and dent my car and then just keep walking. They don't even open the door because once you open the door, then all the glass falls, right? I've had them break into my car because it was clean and there was nothing in it and they wanted to sleep in it. That's happened twice. And I've had them break in my car because they wanted to steal the car, and they did it in broad daylight at 1 p.m. They did not care at all what was inside the car. So I keep it fairly dirty in my car, just cluttered, because they're less likely to break it if it is cluttered with stuff, and they're less likely to break in as well. This time did not work out that way. So yeah, I'm just cleaning lazily, slowly, because I'm still recovering from the night, or the morning technically, before. Alright, I just made it to Safeway. It was the only grocery store that I googled that was opened on Christmas Day, and it is crowded. And it took me a long time to get here. This is really far from where I live, but it took me a long time to get here because there was traffic. You can like hear, maybe you could hear like in the parking lot, there's a bunch of people talking. Like, this place is crowded. But let's go in and see what I get. This is what they have. Yes. All right, so I went in there, I saw the hams. They were expensive. So then I kept walking and I found the cheaper hams. I ended up getting, I'm holding you with one hand. I ended up getting this 9-pound ham for $17.95. It was the cheapest one. Then I went back over to the steak section, and the cheapest steak that they had that was under $18, they were all grass-fed. And I don't think I like grass-fed meat. Never had it, I don't think. So I went with the ham, which is a little bit more expensive, but it'll last me several meals instead of just one. And then I'm just trying to get in and out of there as quick as possible because I'm in my pajamas. I thought there was gonna be no one here. I can just easily sneak through, go to self-checkout or something, and be done. No, I was in line for 45 minutes. And there was a guy behind me constantly like complaining, like, oh, they need to open more registers, they need to open more registers. They had 8 registers and 6 of them were open. So, like, what are they gonna do? Like, the cashier, so I went to the express lane, there was no self-checkout, and it wasn't even a cashier, it was like a stock person. So I could hear the rain. All right, so we get to the front of the line, or I get to the front of the line, and my ham isn't scanning. And I'm being nice, I'm being understanding, as well as so is the guy behind me. And I let him cut to go in front of me while we wait for a manager. And we're just talking, and he's like, hey, it's not their fault. Like, I used to be a cashier. I'm like, yes, I also used to be a cashier. And we're just talking to like the manager and the cashier, who again is a backup cashier. And we're just like, it's fine. Like, we understand, like, you can't control this. Sometimes it's just the machines, they're not working. And the manager, he's so nice. He only charges me $5 for the ham. All right, I'm back. I'm in the dark. Can you tell? Let's see. Focus, focus. All right, so I am back. I got my $5 9-pound ham that the manager gave me for being so nice. And yep, it is 9.02 pounds. Oops. Oh, and it was actually more. So it was $26.97 because I'm not a member. If you're a member, it's $17.95. It was actually $26.97. But I paid only $5. When I was in line, I realized that I did not have any of like the pineapple, cherries, the accoutrements, like all that to go on this. But I was in line 45 minutes. I was in line 20 minutes when I realized. And I was like, yeah, no, I'm gonna have to just figure it out. So it's not gonna taste like a Christmas ham. I have some seasonings, but I don't have enough. I don't have the right ones. That's okay, we're gonna make it do what it does. Okay. So, I do not have cloves. That's my favorite seasoning on ham. I don't have it. I've ground cinnamon, ground nutmeg. I don't know if I'm gonna use it. I gotta smell it. See if it'll smell good on the ham. But this is Sunshine by Tabitha Brown. So garlic, ginger, pineapple, and mango. That's one thing that's sweet. It's not like cilantro lime. All right, so now I continue to clean my kitchen because, as I said, I did not finish cleaning it all before I left to the grocery store. I was just so tired and so like done because of the morning of previous night before. So here I am just cleaning, showing you how I got that meat for $5. And then I also am going to start cooking once I'm done cleaning the area where I'm about to chop up the potatoes, the Brussels sprouts, and the ham. Alright, so I got done cooking, and I also got done cleaning up the kitchen. As you can see, I never got done cleaning up the living room. But now I'm just on my computer. I actually have a YouTube show on the TV, as well as I am on YouTube and responding to comments on my laptop. And that's just how I always am. I have to multitask. I have to have and be watching 2 shows at once. Yeah, I've just always been that way, and I will pause and watch another show and then pause that and then go back. So I can be watching up to 10 YouTube shows or channels at one time. But here I am just waiting for the ham and the potatoes to get done cooking. And then I'll just throw the Brussels sprouts. They're frozen, so I'm going to throw them in the microwave just to heat them up. And then I put them in the broiler just to get them crispy. But yeah, so I did that, and then I came back here to just continue chilling on the couch. But yes, this is going to be it. So you're just going to watch me do what I'm about to do for the rest of the night, which is waste away in the couch. Alright, so this is it. This is how I typically spend my Christmas. Thank you for following along. If you stayed to the end of the video, I'd love to have you join this journey with me. So hit subscribe, click the like, and leave a comment down below if you would like. My next video will be out tomorrow, but other than that, thank you for watching. I'll see you in the next video. Bye-bye.